Welcome back. Turning now to your Sunday forecast as we take a live look this morning from Hickory. Great breakfast at Hickory's Heart and Soul. I was out there a couple weeks ago. Good morning to you all. If you're planning to head out, a cool start to the day, but that cool weather produce some snow into your work week? Brittany, I know it's the big question on a lot of folks' minds.
I feel like you're smiling with a little mischievous look on your face.
So much judgment, so much pushback on this, whether you say yes or no.
Well, the easy answer in Charlotte is no. And then that's the pushback, is that everybody's upset with us, but it's just the truth. We could see some flakes, some snow flurries, but they're going to be mixed in with cold rain, and they're not going to stick. Oh, so this is not our event, Charlotte. I'm so sorry to tell you, but we have plenty of winter still left to go. So, you know, we got some time still. Dallas Tower Cam this morning, things are looking pretty nice out there. We have some blue mixed in with some clouds, temperature at 37, but the wind chill is still a pretty breezy 32 out there, but still it's starting to warm things up across the area. So at least that's good news. We were pretty chilly out there this morning. Lowest wind chill I had in Charlotte was 24 at one point. Wind chill in the mountains still in the mid-20s. We have 29 for Statesville, the same over toward Gastonia, 26 for Rock Hill, 27 Shelby, Lincolnton, and down toward Monroe. But pretty much everyone else starting to warm up. Things are still clear on satellite and radar, but we are eventually tracking a really cold Arctic front. And the Arctic is just to mention the Arctic air that's coming behind it, as really the event that we have Monday, Tuesday is really just a sign of what's to come by the middle to end of the week, which is eventually much colder temperatures. So the 10-day forecast is probably, maybe not temperature-wise, but the 10-day forecast is even spicier with that potential to see snow tomorrow and Tuesday. I'll get to that, of course, coming up in a second. Let's talk about forecast though for today, because it's still Sunday and it's a great day to get outside. Many folks getting things done maybe around the house, outdoors, taking the dogs out for a walk, letting the kids play when it's nice outside. 54 degrees, lots of sunshine, still a little bit breezy at times, but not too shabby. What you'll notice throughout the day today is that we very quickly start to build in clouds by the time we get closer to sunset, and then overnight the clouds are dense, and that's all ahead of this storm system. My latest thinking here is that we are going to see true accumulation, most likely only in the mountains and foothills. Very minimal in the foothills, but I'll get to that in a second. Now, if you live in the Charlotte metro area, so mostly the 485 loop, you will likely see the chance for some of those flurries mixed in with the cold rain, but this will be especially for the early half of the morning. Things are trending a touch warmer. So last night, our models were trending a little bit of this flurry action closer to 9 a.m. Now it's trending a little bit earlier to 4, 5, and 6 a.m. Notice by the latter half of the morning, we're mostly just looking at a cold rain. So if you really want to try to catch a glimpse of the flurries mixed in with cold rain, which we often call a white rain, that will be earlier in the morning. So some of that even before sunrise. Eventually, this risk does shift only north of the I-40 corridor. And notice the rest of the day, none of that action in Charlotte. And in fact, even into Tuesday morning, it could be cold enough for a few more flakes mixing in. But for the most part, I think if you live in the Queen City, your best chance to see any action mixing in is going to be Monday morning. And again, it's flurries and cold rain, no accumulation. Highest accumulation looks to be right along the Tennessee border. These totals a little bit higher. You can see there in pink, but those are the highest elevation spots right along the Tennessee border. Again, some accumulation possible up in the foothills, but then really, if you're lucky, a trace amount for portions there of the northern Piedmont. But most of our area, you can still see nothing. And honestly, if you're in the Sandhills, you might think that we are absolutely bonkers because you're not going to see anything, not even rain, for portions there of Chester, Lancaster, Chesterfield counties. And in fact, you're going to be in the 50s tomorrow because you'll have sunshine mixing in. The rest of the area, not so lucky. Look at Charlotte's 7-day forecast. You can see mid to upper 40s, again, with just a stray flurry or two possible. Cold though, especially after that system rolls out of here. We are talking 22 degrees Wednesday morning with frigid wind chills. Our wind chills Wednesday early in the day, we're talking about teens and even the potential for some single digits. So get ready, everybody. Monday, Tuesday, yeah, a chance for a flurry or two, but man, it is turning much, much colder.